Hey, what's going on, everybody? Marc Broussard here, and I am at the Garden and Gun office for the Back Porch Sessions. We're gonna play a song right now. It's an old blues tune. My favorite version was done by a guy named Johnny Taylor. We just put this on a record that we just released a few weeks ago, and I hope you enjoy. Here goes. Baby, we got to have a little talk. I ought to pack up my things and walk. I know a dollar goes from hand to hand, but before you go from man to man, I'd rather drink muddy water. That's the truth, honey. Sleep in a hollow log. She said, why? I said, this is why. Love you, baby, but you won't be fair. Know how to be on the square, no. Have your fun, baby, if you must. Can't do nothing with a woman I can't trust. I'd rather drink muddy water, sleeping on a log. But let me tell you that I work for you like a dog on you. My friends laugh and they call me a fool. Your kisses are sweet, honey, as can be. But before you make a fool out of me, I'd rather drink muddy water, sleeping on a log. Come on, Bob. Honey, as candy. But before you make a fool out of me, I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep in a hollow log. You got me drinking muddy water. In the morning, drink that muddy water. In the evening, drink that muddy water. All day long, drink that muddy water. Said it'll make you strong. I got to quit. I got to quit. Thank you very much. Thank you. So my background in music started about 3.5 weeks ago when I had a serious strike to the head and I woke up and I could sing like this. It's amazing. No, I'm kidding. I started singing because my father put me on stage when I was about 5.5 years old. And I've basically been on stage ever since. I've been a professional musician for the last 20 years. And yeah, that's about it. I was on major labels for the first half of that career. The last 10 years I've been independent, and we're having a ball. I'm working harder than I've ever worked, and I'm happier than I've ever been. So without further ado, we're going to do another song from this blues album that's also being used to raise money for a youth crime prevention program down in Miami. You can find that record at my website, marcbroussard.com. It's called S.O.S. 4, Blues for the Soul. One more from it. It's a Little Milton tune called That's What Love Will Make You Do. When I hear your name, I start to sink inside, yes I do. When I see you stroll, lose my self-control. That's what love will do for you. That's what love will make you do. Oh yeah. No matter how hard I fight it, I'm still in love with you. If you're ever in need, there's no limit to what I'll do. I work 8 days a week, give it all to you. That's what love will do for you. That's what love make you do. Oh yes. No matter how hard I fight it, still in love with you. Come on, Jason. When you speak of beauty, you can stand the test, yes I can. When you talk about making love, baby, you're the best, yes you are. Don't want to brag about you too much, give others ideas, but I'm trying hard to express myself. Baby, that's the way I feel, that's what love will do for you. What love will make you do. No matter how hard I fight it, still in love with you. Love with you. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you're right. I believe I'll just go ahead and let the fellas play this one on out. About a round of applause for these men up here. So on guitar, one of my favorite people in the world. He just started playing with us about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Bobby Jr. On trumpet, New Orleans native, one-of-a-kind human being, Jimmy Remy. The man with all the bag of tricks. He plays keys, he plays saxophone, he sings really, really well. He does a great job with our laundry. He's also very good at cuddling. Jason Parfait. Oh yeah, he cooks too. From Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, one of the newest members of this band, a guy that I've been dying to play with since we were kids. In fact, our dads brought us to the music store when we were 4 and 5 years old. He's the first guy I ever jammed with, and he's finally in my band. Gary Yuze. And the latest addition from New Orleans, y'all make some noise for Devin Kerrigan on the bass guitar. I take inspiration from all sorts of things. Most of my life, I was a real vocalist snob. I only would listen to really, really great singers. That all changed a few years ago, and I've kind of expanded my horizons. So I'm really pulling inspiration from everywhere. Contemporaries that I'm really inspired by. There's a guy named Blake Mills that kind of blew my mind when I heard his music. There's a group out of Canada called the Brothers Landreth that is also really influential on my music. And my writing process is really, it's kind of cliche, right? Because you hear people talk about this kind of stuff all the time, but it really is the case. I get out of the way more than I engage. So the muse, for me, doesn't really turn up all the time when I want it to. So I try to be as cognizant as I can be whenever she does tickle some of my ear hairs, and I'll run to a room quietly by myself, and I just kind of sit there and let the song kind of come to me, just tune in to a frequency. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it's sort of an interesting process, to say the least. And that's how I've always done it. I have sat across the room from songwriters, guys like Chris Stapleton and plenty of songwriters out there that, and that's a very similar process, but you got two antennas instead of just the one, so it happens a little quicker. But yeah, that's how I do things. So this next song is a song that I released in the summer, at the end of summer of 2022. It's a song that I wrote with a dear friend of mine, Eric Krasno. We wrote it at a distance. He was in LA and I was at home, and he just sent me some tracks, and I said, oh my goodness, that's it. So without further ado, let's play some Fire. Need to know where you came from, girl, 'cause it wouldn't change the way I feel. Ever since you walked into the room, I've been trying to find out your deal. I swear I never felt like this before. Oh, they can take my treasure, 'cause it's you that I adore. Oh, now, baby, you light my fire. With your love, I never get tired. Baby, you got me buzzing like a wire. Don't you ever cut it, 'cause your loving is the stuff I need. I've never seen such a beautiful thing than when you just walk right past. Give me a started and make it last. Friends say I'm lonely, that I'm waiting for a day that won't come. Oh, if they only could see I found the one. Oh, now, baby, light my fire. With your love, I never get tired. Baby, you got me buzzing like a wire. Don't you ever cut it, 'cause your loving is the stuff I need. The stuff I need. Your love is stuff that I need. Yeah, now, you know not to play with fire. I'm burning with desire. Your wish is my command. I am your fire man. You light my fire. Oh, my fire. My fire. Oh, my fire. Oh, baby, my fire. With your love, I never get tired. Baby, you got me buzzing like a wire. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for listening. We're constantly on tour, so check my website, marcbroussard.com, because I promise you we will be in your area soon enough. In the month of April, we'll be up in the Northeast. I think we got to go to Europe after that a few times. I'm not exactly sure, but I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Thanks so much to Garden and Gun for having us, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.